But football fan, welcome back. It's time for the SEC Roundup, Week 11. Let's jump right into this thing, Ty. With the first game on the docket, we got LSU at Alabama. Uh, Alabama has won 8 in a row, 17 in a row at home. The only questionable game of offense this week only had 232 yards of offense, 13 first downs. But LSU held to 9 points on 4 red zone trips. It's crazy. Ty Simpson, solid game. Pedestrian by his standards, 21 for 35, 277 yards, 1 touchdown. Probably his shakiest game of the season since week 1 against FSU. They had some missed opportunities down the field. Ty, you want to talk about the game real quick?
Yeah, shout out to Van Buren, Mississippi State quarterback that transferred to LSU. Hopefully he actually gets some playing time next week. I think he should have been a starter over Nussmeier because I know what Nussmeier is. Van Buren's still young. He had, I believe he had like a 3-to-1 interception TD to interception ratio at Mississippi State in like 9 starts, which is pretty impressive for like a young guy in the SEC. But I will say that Ty Simpson, if he was to have a bad game, this was the game. Because after this, he can't have any more bad games. Like this was your day to have a bad game, and you had it. So you can't be missing overthrows like you did this game. You can't fumble the ball. This was his week to have a bad game. So because they have a tough gauntlet coming up after, I think next week I believe, especially in the SEC championship against Texas A&M. So. And then the LSU defense, they did their part, I guess, but I think this game shows that Blake Baker should get a legitimate shot at the head coaching job,
though. Blake Baker, head coach.
Well, she get a shot at it, not hire, just get a shot at it. Like they should interview him.
That's interesting. I mean, I think that'd be his first head coaching job too. It's proven to be he has grown a lot as defense coordinator. I can say over the years. I have followed him because he was DC at Miami, so I kind of followed his career. He's a totally different defense coordinator than he was when he was at Miami. I think he got there to us a little too soon. So I'm proud of Blake Baker. But as far as Ty Simpson goes, by his standards, this was a subpar game. But by a lot of quarterbacks in the country, it's a pretty solid game. Like I said, he did put up 277. Like I said, there was some overthrows, which kind of alarming, but he did hit on 4 plays at 30-plus yards, so that's a big deal. I looked up a stat, those 30-plus yard plays, LSU's only gave up 5 of those the whole season before this game, so that's a big deal. Garrett Nussmeier, the supposed number 1 quarterback coming into the season, 18 for 21, nice completion percentage, but only 121 yards. They've been pacifying him. They keep everything in front of him, everything short, intermediate. He was benched in the third quarter for your guy, Michael Van Peren. 5 for 11, 52 yards, 57 yards, somewhere in there. So we'll see if they open it back up. I think he should have probably came into the game as a starter, but I agree with you on that. Also, I think it was Aaron Anderson. Maybe it was Nick Anderson, but I think it was Aaron Anderson left the game in the third quarter.
It was Nick Anderson.
Nick Anderson, no updates on that as of yet.
Lower leg injury.
Yeah. Who do you think starts the rest of the season for LSU?
I think it's Van Buren. I think they should rip that 18 off Gus Myers' chest and hang it back on the wall somewhere until somebody else earns it, because he sure did not earn it. That 18 is getting disrespected right now. I think Justin Jefferson should call and say something about that. But I think Van Buren starts because like LSU, they're not going bowling, so I think Van Buren starts the rest of the year.
You don't think they go bowling?
They got 5 wins, 4 wins.
They got 5 wins at least.
Well, they might go bowling by default.
I think Van Buren is the guy you need to probably start, especially the rest of the way. These reps are vital, especially unless you plan on get a quarterback. These reps are very vital for him. Maybe when they bring in a new coach, they do bring in a quarterback, so maybe it don't matter to them. But
especially if he's going to transfer, he needs to get some tape.
Yeah, he do need some game film. Switching it over to Alabama, one thing I didn't bring up in Alabama this week was the running game. 26 carries for 56 yards. They struggled again, and this is with Jam Miller back. Any answers for this Alabama run game before they head into the playoffs?
The running game didn't bother me in this game because they went up against one of the best defenses in the nation. They have a great front five. Well, even with the other week's boy in, he still played fantastic. So I'm not worried about this running game against LSU because I know last week they had a running game. So, and then the passing the ball was working. Like they passed the ball really well. If it wasn't for the overthrows, they probably would have passed it way better. But I'm not worried about the Alabama running game because it's going to open up.
All right, well, since we don't have any worries about the running game, tell me, what's the worst matchup you see, man? Alabama getting in the college football playoffs.
The worst matchup? I think the worst matchup is going to come in a couple weeks in the SEC championship against Texas A&M, because Texas A&M can run the ball, and Alabama has problems stopping the run.
Certain weeks they do. Certain weeks they did pretty solid this week.
I mean, LSU has trouble running the balls. So I think if Alabama beats Texas A&M, their toughest matchup is going to be Ohio State. Just off that. But if Alabama,
I haven't even thought about Alabama beating Texas A&M. But I haven't even thought about that. But they definitely can.
They can, because Texas A&M's defense is very questionable. It's like the offense has to score at least 25, 30 points for them to win.
I hadn't even thought about. That's crazy. I haven't even thought about this scenario, and that can definitely happen. I mean, this Alabama team is hot, red hot. Texas A&M red hot too as well. They haven't lost yet. I still think Texas A&M is the best team in the conference, but Alabama is getting closer and closer and closer as the weeks go by. I don't think they gain ground this week because I don't think of this LSU team that highly. I do like this LSU defense. Not very fun this offense, but we shall see, man. Let's just switch gears. Go back to LSU real quick. What's up?
I'm gonna say this. I can't say Texas A&M is the best team in the conference because Alabama's had a harder schedule. If you want to look at it, so I know they're 8-0, but Alabama's is undefeated in conference play, and they have one loss to a Florida State team in the first week. I mean, if you look at the schedules, Alabama's the better team.
So neither teams played Georgia.
Alabama played Georgia and won. Texas A&M. I don't think Texas A&M played. Texas A&M did play Georgia. They played. I think the hardest game was Tennessee.
We shall see. I'm gonna stick to my guns. Texas A&M the best team in the conference. I'm just gonna stick to it.
You can make the argument.
They got more weapons in the game, more running backs they can turn to.
I think the passing game's equal though. Like I really think it's equal. I like it's gonna come down to defense in that game. It's gonna come down to defense. Who gets this?
I can't wait.
Who gets the most stops? Because I think his Alabama defense is not as good as Texas A&M's defense, but I think the offense of Alabama is better than Texas A&M's offense.
Their passing game is definitely better. But I like Casey Concepcion. I like Mario Craver. I like they running backs. Ruben. I can't think his name now.
I mean, you got
Owens and
Ryan Williams, Grenard, and now you got Lee, who stepped up to freshman. With Jan Miller and Riley in the backfield.
Not crazy about Kevin Riley yet. I think I like Richard Young a little bit more. If he gets carries, he hasn't gotten carries lately.
It's gonna be game of the week. Game day will be there. It's gonna be the best game of the year, probably.
Will we be there?
They got kids.
It's Atlanta. We can make that. Anyway, man, let's any updates on the LSU hot board as far as head coaching goes?
They haven't interviewed nobody, so I think they're gonna wait till the season ends.
Okay, I will touch base on this real quick. There was rumors out there that Arkansas had hired Ryan Silverfield from Memphis. So far, that is still a rumor. That is not true. He did not address the team. Talk about he was taking the job at the end of the season. So there's no contract talks in place with that. I know a lot of people thought that was a done deal. That job is still open. Moving over to the next game, we got Georgia at Mississippi State. Georgia with the 41-21 victory. Georgia scores 38 straight points in this one. Gunnar Stockton had himself a game, 18 for 29, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 31 rushing yards. The Georgia Bulldogs as a whole, 305 rushing yards, man.
That's a lot.
Kane had it happen. Shout out to the freshman, Nate Frazier, 12 carries, 181 yards, and a touchdown. Of course, that's his career high, 181 yards. Zachariah Branch had himself a game, 8 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown. And Noah Thomas is starting to get into his groove with 3 catches and 78 yards and a touchdown as well. This Georgia offense is just clicking.
And you say
Looking
Bill.
at Mississippi State.
And you mentioned Mr. Bill.
What Jeremiah do?
Bill for Georgia. Yeah, pretty decent game.
Can't recall. I'm sorry. I mean, to feel free, talk about it real quick.
Yeah, I don't have the stats in front of me, but when I rewatched the game, I saw he had a pretty decent game. It looked like he was having a coming out party because he was supposed to be the man this year, but he started very slow. I guess now he's starting to speed up a little bit, right in time for the playoffs too.
Yeah. Touch on Mississippi State real quick. We had Blake Sharpen. Also, by the way, this game was mentioned in the QB Watch Party. Hope you guys got to check that out. Blake Sharpen was 10 for 15 for 86 yards, 15 rushing yards. He did lead the game with a head injury, and he was replaced by freshman Kamario Taylor. Shout out to him. He was the guy a lot of people thought was going to start this year.
I did.
But he got in the act. I did too. He did go 6 for 10, 67 yards. He had 12 carries for 53 yards. There's something there with Taylor. Y'all should look into that. Mississippi State as a whole had 149 rushing yards. Big Fluff had 9 carries for 44 yards. Need more from him. Thompson did have 4 catches for 92 yards, so shout out to him on that. This game was competitive until it wasn't. Like I said, Georgia with the 38 straight points. Any weaknesses you see in the GGA team as we roll into the playoffs in a couple weeks?
They still can't rush the passer. Now, that's one thing that I've noticed about Georgia. Like usually they have a perimeter pass rusher. It seems like all the guys on the defensive line now are just kind of just guys right now. But that's one of their problems. The secondary is going to be another issue because they can get beat.
So hold on, just before you jump to the secondary, what's your thoughts on CJ Allen?
Man, he's good, but like I don't think he's the guy. I mean, he's good.
I think he's peaking, man. I think he's like you said, peaking. This guy's getting hot right now.
They're getting better.
His draft stock is just up and up. Every week he's starting to pop. Like early in the year, I didn't see a lot. I'm just saying,
they're getting better, but are they going to be good enough when it counts? That's my thing.
I think they're. So you don't think they're peaking? I think they're peaking right now.
The whole team is finally. That's the thing. But did they wait too late to peak?
I think they waited for the right time.
Because some teams are already up there.
They third in the SEC. They don't have to play the pressure of playing the SEC championship.
I thought Ole Miss beat them. So when Ole Miss be third?
Is Ole Miss third?
I'm thinking so because didn't Ole Miss beat Georgia?
Ole Miss beat Georgia? You sure about that?
Is that Ole Miss only loss? I thought Ole Miss won.
Don't bring up nothing you ain't sure about. I'm pretty sure Georgia beat Ole Miss.
Gotta look it up. I really thought Ole Miss won that game. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
The Georgia defense still has a lot of question marks for me, though.
Are you pulling it up or us pulling it up?
I'll pull it up.
I already got it. Georgia beat Ole Miss 43-35.
Okay. So, yeah, they are number 13.
Yeah, so like I said, they're number 3. Don't have the pressure playing the SEC championship game. That's all on Alabama and Texas A&M. They can go into the college football playoffs, a one-loss team, without a championship, and possibly get a bye. That's crazy. So,
more
if not, they'll be like, at worst, they'd be 6.
They'll probably be 4 knowing the committee.
Yeah, probably. Unless Texas A&M lose, and they probably still be in top 4. And then Alabama be in top 4 as well. And then Georgia probably, like I said, be up for 6. So, if you're a Georgia fan, you want Texas A&M to win this thing.
I think if you're a Georgia fan, you want Alabama to win. Because
No, if you're Georgia,
your only loss will be Alabama.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it don't technically matter because y'all both gonna be in anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want that bye, you want Texas A&M to win. Well, that all depends on what Georgia does this coming week as well. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But where does Kirby Smart rank among coaches right now?
In the SEC or in the nation?
In the nation. That's top 5, top 10, top 3, top 20. Top guy?
Probably top 8, maybe.
Top 8?
Top 10.
Conservative?
Because I think because we hold Kirby Smart to a different standard than other coaches, right? Because if Kirby Smart should be in an SEC championship every year, he should be in the playoffs every year. The same with Dabo Swinney, he should be there every year. Like that's the expectations we have. And right now, Dabo's not my top 8 because he's not meeting the expectations. But you could say some other coaches have big play are coaching better than Kirby Smart this year. It's like Mike Elko, Caleb DeBoer, Brent Key, Eli Dinkowitz. I think he's coaching better than Kirby Smart this year with less talent.
Ryan Silverfield, the guy we talked about.
So it's
Alex Golden.
So I mean that's what 5 or 6 right there.
I see what you're saying. He gets that extra push because he's at one of the premier programs.
Right. Like if it was Nick Saban, wouldn't you expect him to be in the playoffs and SEC championship every year?
When you got the funds that Georgia got or Alabama, something like that, no matter who coaches, you should be one of the top dogs. And I agree, he's there. Like I would like to see what he would be like
somewhere else
at a 8 or Tulane. That show me how good he is. He went from coordinator to one of the top jobs in the nation, so he didn't really have to. He ain't really built nothing from scratch. I'm just saying they were already legit, but he kind of took them over the hump. I will give him credit for that. They had plateaued at that.
Yeah, they were stuck.
Level.
Yep, they were stuck.
Back when they had 2 divisions.
He can recruit though. He's a great recruiter too, though. So that's one thing. Like he knows how to recruit.
Strong recruit.
But shout out to Caleb DeBoer too for keeping his Alabama team still kind of up there. Because people thought Alabama was gonna take a big dive with no Nick Saban, but he's continuing. Me too. But he's continuing to keep the same standards. Because this is what he was the first out last year. In his first year in the playoffs, he was first out, so he didn't make it just right then. But this year he has a chance to making it. So, and I mean, his second year, that's not bad.
I think they're in it. They're in it.
No, yeah, they're definitely gonna be. I'll just assume that's like just in case they lose a game or something. But they're gonna be in.
They got all. I think the schedule's pretty manageable. We can talk about
Auburn took the Missouri team to overtime. You want to bring that up? Or that Vandy team to overtime?
Vanderbilt, yeah. We will get there. I think the next game we got is Texas A&M at Missouri. Missouri coming off a bye, starting the freshman quarterback Matt Zellers, also a Penn State recruit or former commit as well. This was his first start. I got on here and said Eli Drinkwitz has a whole week to get this guy ready. They're going to have his fire first drive. They're going to pick up the first 15, 20 plays, and they're ready to go. That was not the case. Texas A&M was ready for this Missouri team. Most complete team in the SEC, I say it again. Matt Zeller, 7 for 22, 77 yards.
That's terrible.
Tough out for him this week. Did have a strong running game this week. Ahmad Hardy got back down to business with 13 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown. He had kind of slowed down a bit. He turned it back up. And Jamal Roberts got in on the action with 17 carries, 110 yards, and a touchdown as well. But it was the Marcel Reed show on the other end. Him and KC Concepcion were both hitting each other. Mario Craver was in on action as well. Reed was 20 for 29, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ruben Owens, 13 carries, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. Concepcion had 84 yards and a touchdown. Craver had 59 yards, I think 6 catches. Texas A&M did have 8 penalties this week, 65 yards. That kind of kept Missouri in it early, but Texas A&M did run off. Tied. Any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, that Ahmad Hardy having a 55-yard touchdown at the end of the game kind of concerns me about this defense a little bit. You can't get lax because anything can happen. But Missouri wasn't ready to play. That's the thing; they weren't ready to play. They took a bye week. they went to bye week and they went to Cabo or something because I don't know what Eli Drinkwitz was doing. Because you got a freshman quarterback, well you got a backup quarterback. You need to get him ready. 7 for 22 is not going to get it done. And I see Missouri having some wide receiver transfers coming up because they're going to want a quarterback back there. And you never know what's going to happen. He might take a job somewhere else. That can definitely hit get people to take going into the transfer portal. But I say it again, Mike Elko, SEC Coach of the Year. So
National Coach of the Year in my book.
Oh wow.
I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close, man. Texas A&M was not that good last year.
They weren't.
They showed fight. Look at them this year. They look unbeatable almost. Just looking at Texas A&M's schedule, last 3 games of the season for them: South Carolina, Samford, then the big one at Texas. Chances they run the tape.
40%.
40%?
Yeah, because I could see because this South Carolina team, they don't win games, but they barely lose them.
They stay in them.
Like they barely lose them, so it's like, and they have a great coach. He just can't win. Like I feel like
he had an off year. They did good last year.
Yeah, but they were like 9-3 last year. So, I mean, they did lose one of the best edge rushers in the nation last year, so that could be a factor. He plays for the Chargers, but but I don't know. I Texas is looking better, man. The offense starting to click in Texas.
I don't look so crazy for saying they were the second best team in the nation after they played Ohio State. I don't feel as crazy as I did after watching them play for the next month.
You still feel that way? The second best team in the nation?
No, I don't. But I do. I felt that then. I will say. I also said. I said it week after week. If you're a Texas fan, don't be nervous. There's a good team. You guys will be fine. Check back at the end of the year and look at your top 10 team
but
on the verge of the playoffs.
But do they make it if they lose to Texas A&M?
I was just about to say they got a deciding game against Texas A&M. They win that game, they are in. If they lose that game, there'll be some debate.
So question.
Depends on how they risk. Yes.
So if they beat Texas A&M, does Ole Miss get in?
I think so.
So you're gonna have Texas A&M, Texas, Alabama, Georgia,
and Ole Miss.
Yeah. So that's 16 in the SEC.
Look where they're seated at. Look at where they're seated.
I get it.
All those things.
I get it. It's just.
I said in a year. I said it's gonna be 4. It looks like it's gonna be 6. Just being real with you.
But I can't get mad though because it's fair. Because they've kind of played the best schedules right now. Because the Big 12's falling apart, ACC fell apart. We know who the Big 10 is, and then we'll get to Indiana because my trust in Indiana kind of. So,
I think commissioners of the ACC and the Big 12 need to take note of what the SEC is doing. They are spreading those. Not everybody plays those. The juggernauts don't play each other every year. I don't care what nobody say. Look at the schedules. Look who Georgia played. Look who Texas A&M played. Not a lot of those teams have played the other juggernauts. I think they should look into that. They should look into the officiating, all that stuff. Look at the schedule in the 5 weeks and how the home games and away games stand out. I just think in the ACC and the Big 12, I think they just print that crap off. They have set dates in the SEC every year. You know when this game's going to be. I think they need to look into that. But that's another spiel for another day. Let's jump into this next game. Not going to spend a lot of time on it. We got Florida at Kentucky, 38-7 Wildcats. Who saw that coming? Not me. DJ Lagway benched at halftime after being picked off 3 times in the first half.
By Kentucky.
Freshman. By Kentucky. Freshman Tremaine Jones Jr. played the second half. He went 9 for 17 for 60 yards. Lagway before that was 11 of 19 for 85 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Lagway I'm telling you now, guys in the portal. Working on the video of transfer portal quarterbacks that should be hitting the portal this offseason. I'm going to drop names. Hope y'all check that out. I think these guys are going to the portal, and I'm going to tell you why and where they think their best fits are. And Lagway is one of the names on the list. Cutter Boley, freshman quarterback from Kentucky, completed passes to 10 different receivers, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. Shout out to J.J. Hester and Jason Patterson with those touchdown catches. Kentucky, 233 rushing yards. It tells me one thing, and I'm going to ask you first. Ty, do you think Florida defense quit on them this week?
Yeah, I think they quit on them last week, too. I mean, what do they have to play for? They're, 3-7?
3-7 now.
So, I mean, they're not going bowling. The coach is gone. I mean, these guys are getting ready for draft and portal, especially if they don't get Lane Kiffin. So, I think they need to hire a coach fast before they lose some of these guys. First off,
I agree with you on that. When I thought they kind of may have quit on them last week too, but I was like, no, this defense has been tough all year. They playing for something. This is a championship level defense. They can go out there. They can win this Kentucky game, build up some momentum going into the offseason. 38-7. Are you kidding me? You give up 233 rushing yards to Kentucky.
But let me ask you this: the defense quit because they know Lagway's not the guy, and they're just tired of trying to fix his mistakes.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Lagway can play.
I mean, he can play, but this year he can't.
I think they put an insane amount of pressure on this man coming off the limited action he saw last year. He should have never been hyped up the way he was.
I mean, that's no excuse. That's no excuse.
I'm just saying he's not no all-star, but he's a guy that he has some tools. He's a toolsy guy, size, weight, speed kind of guy. So
yeah, but you still gotta play, and I think Lagway's best game was against LSU.
I think Lagway should transfer somewhere where he can take a red shirt.
Is it too late for the red shirt?
He can red shirt. He still has 3 years eligibility, so he can go somewhere, red shirt behind a good Sunday guy quarterback, then come in the next year. Kind of something similar to what Dante Moore did when he went to Oregon. He transferred from UCLA to Oregon and sit behind Dylan Gabriel for a year before taking over. I think DJ Lagway should look into that.
DJ Lagway to Oregon?
Possibly. I wouldn't rule it out. DJ Lagway to Ohio State, sit behind Julian Senior for a year before he has to leave.
They got somebody back there though, so they wait on Senior to leave.
DJ Lagway to Colorado.
And that concludes the video.
Anyway, let's talk about these couple more notes on this game. Florida wide receiver Dallas Wilson confirmed out for the season. Wide receiver Tank Hawkins opts out for the rest of the season. He's going to take a red shirt because he's going to transfer. Mm-hmm. He has 2 catches and 16 yards on the season. Let that sink in.
I mean,
the previous year, 10 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. So maybe he is what he is. Nothing much left to say about the game. You got anything?
Yeah, Kentucky, good job. That was y'all Super Bowl. Y'all embarrassed one of the best SEC teams out there on paper-wise. Mark Stoops, man, coached like Bear Bryant. So congratulations to him. I think he might save his job. Not going to lie to you.
Kentucky 4-5. Can they get there?
I think he saved his job with that win.
So if they get 6 wins, you think he's safe? Or you think he's safe now?
I think he's safe now. It's Kentucky. They don't fire coaches.
So if he loses out, you think he's still safe?
At least for one more year. At least. Okay. But I mean, you put up 38 points against the Florida team. That's impressive. I don't care who the coach is. You know,
right.
They did quit.
A lot of teams they did that.
Exactly.
Last game we're going to talk about in this video, y'all. Vanderbilt and Auburn. We'll kind of speed through it. Ashton Daniels to Stanford transfer. 353 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had himself a game. Gave Auburn some life. Jeremiah Cobb, 16 carries, 115 yards. Cam Coleman, does he stay or does he go? 10 catches, 143 yards and a touchdown. Yo.
The rumor is Cam Coleman will be playing beside Ryan Williams next year. Just sleep on that.
That ain't fair.
That's the rumor.
Not
It's already been rumored.
on Vanderbilt, Diego Pavia, 25 for 33, 377 yards, 3 touchdowns, 18 carries for 112 yards and a touchdown. So Diego Pavia had himself a game, back-to-back weeks, big games, trying to get back in the Heisman talk. He's in it. Eli Stowers, 12 catches, 122 yards. The playmakers came up big this week. Junior Sherrill, 4 catches, 75 yards, a touchdown. Trey Richardson, the junior. He's a junior. He had 3 catches, 124 yards, a touchdown. That was a career high for him. Your thoughts on Vanderbilt versus Auburn?
I think, is it crazy to say Auburn might have found the coach? Is that crazy to say right now?
No, not at all.
Because the man's first press conference, he said, "I will not be calling plays. That's the offensive coordinator's job." So check the box on that. That's smart.
That's what you hired him for, right?
I mean,
you hire somebody to put the offense together. They should call the plays for that offense. I always thought that.
That's what I thought too. But Auburn, we know what Vanderbilt is now. They have 2 losses against two better teams, so they should have won this game handedly, but they kept them in with the overtime. That concerns me. So this Vanderbilt defense really has to step it up because Diego Pavia can't keep taking these hits. Like, he can't score every drive. It's not sustainable.
But we said the same thing about Haynes King, and he's still up too. So,
and they lost.
Let's jump into the resume game because I don't want this video to be too long. Talk about resume time. Let's just say Vanderbilt, last 2 games of the season, they got Kentucky and at Tennessee. Say they win them both. They have a bye this coming week. Say they win those next 2 games. They finish 10-2. No SEC championship. 10-2 Vanderbilt, 10-2 Notre Dame. Who gets in?
Notre Dame.
Why? Look at the teams. Look at the teams Vanderbilt's beat. Look at the teams Notre Dame's beat. Look at the teams Notre Dame lost to. Look at the teams Vanderbilt lost to.
Which one we say? The committee loves Notre Dame. I thought that was proven.
Okay. Let's just say both Vanderbilt and Notre Dame get in. Let's just say Notre Dame's in.
Wait.
And it comes down to Vanderbilt and Miami. Both teams 10-10. Who gets in? 10-2. Who gets in?
It should be Miami because they have the more impressive wins.
Did Vanderbilt beat?
Who?
They beat Missouri and. Is that the only ranked win?
I think so.
Huh.
Miami beat Notre Dame, so they gotta get it.
But how about this? 10-2 Vanderbilt versus a BYU team that just lost in the Big 12 championship.
I think. Well, said just lost in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, just scenario wise.
Yeah,
not saying they will.
If they lose in the Big 12 championship to the same team they lost to this past weekend, they should not get in. Because this proves you can't beat the better team. So you can't go in there and beat the Georgias and the Alabamas and the Ohio States. Might as well give it to Vanderbilt, who's proved they can keep up with Alabama.
But they haven't proved they can beat them.
I mean,
this year.
BYU didn't score until the 4th quarter. So at least Vanderbilt scored.
All right. Vanderbilt versus a Virginia or Georgia Tech team that just lost in the ACC championship. Who gets in?
I say you give the Georgia Tech. I'm just being a little biased, but I think Georgia. I think Georgia Tech's better than Virginia.
Let's just say out of scenario, Georgia Tech, they played Georgia last game of the season. They win that game. They beat Georgia. They go to the ACC championship and lose.
They should still get in, and Georgia should not get in.
With the Georgia victory, they should get in over Vanderbilt.
They should get over Georgia because they beat Georgia.
I don't think they'll knock Georgia out. I think Georgia's ranked too high. I don't think it knocks them out. I think we are locked.
Tech?
We are locked in at 5 ACC teams. Locked in.
So
I hate to say it, we could possibly get a 16 if Texas went out. That's crazy to me.
So
I think we're locked.
So if Georgia Tech beats Georgia, you don't think they'll be like, maybe Georgia's not that guy?
I just don't. I just think the committee is kind of his. They're kind of got a hard on for the SEC. I mean,
Yeah.
we're going to get those Southeastern Conference teams hell of high water in the playoffs. I just think that's the best scenario I could think of for Georgia Tech beating Georgia but still losing the ACC championship.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the best. And then, just my thoughts.
I mean,
Like I said, Vanderbilt.
I agree. I agree.
Vanderbilt is ranked 16th. Keep that in mind. They're right there.
Yeah, they are. Unless they lose to Tennessee.
All right, let's put a nail in the week 11. Let's talk about week 12 coming up. The games we got: 8 SEC games. South Carolina at number 3, Texas A&M. I'm using the AP rankings as of right now, so just y'all bear with me. We got Kentucky taking on Tennessee Tech. Don't worry about that. You got Tennessee, number 25, taking on New Mexico State. You got Florida at Ole Miss. Arkansas at LSU. Texas at Georgia. That's the one you might want to keep an eye on. Mississippi State at Missouri and Oklahoma. Didn't talk about them in this video. They're 12 at Alabama. Your thoughts on the games? Who you watching?
For one, Oklahoma shouldn't be 12. That's starters. Secondly, I don't know who I'm watching because, like, right now we know who the top dogs in the SEC are. So, like, obviously we're just waiting to see who's gonna fall next if they do fall. That's my way of watching the SEC right now.
I think if you want to see more variety in the playoffs, you're cheering for Alabama this week. You might even be cheering for Florida. You're cheering for Georgia. That's what you want. You want to see Georgia beat Texas. You want to see Alabama beat Oklahoma. And you possibly want to see Florida beat Ole Miss. So that's my thoughts on that. So those are the games I'm going to be watching. Definitely want to pay attention to those 3 games. And you probably want to watch South Carolina to see how Texas A&M looks. Do they show any kind of weakness? Do they show that they're looking forward or not? Just a thought. But that's all I got, man. You got anything else?
That's it, man.
Look, that's going to be it for us on SEC Roundup, Week 11. Y'all be sure to check us out. Like, share, and subscribe. Get down in the comment section. Tell us what you think. Who do y'all think is the best team in the SEC? How many teams the SEC gets in the playoffs? What's the best matchup this upcoming week? Is it Texas versus Georgia? Is it South Carolina taking on Juggernaut and Texas A&M? Is it Oklahoma and Alabama? Can Florida pull off another upset against Ole Miss? Y'all get down in the comment section. Tell me what you think. We out.